We're going to see very gusty wind over the next couple of days up and down the east coast of Florida, and that is certainly going to kick up the waves and bring up the water level a little bit, and also create some beach erosion in many areas along the east coast. Right now we're watching a 105-mile-per-hour storm moving north at 16 miles per hour. And on the periphery of the storm, we are getting some effects, some rain and some stronger storms moving in with winds generally gusting between 20 and 30 miles per hour. That is going to continue out of the northeast today. Winds increasing a bit tonight, and then tomorrow as the storm passes by to the east, the area of strongest winds will extend from the central Florida east coast, the Space Coast, down through Martin, St. Lucie counties and down into West Palm Beach. Winds gusting to 50 miles per hour there, and maybe a bit stronger, especially in thunderstorms. And then on Saturday, still strong wind in the northern part of the state, but the wind begins to settle down in South Florida. Now, where's the storm going to go? We think it will continue off to the north initially and then turn to the northeast. There's a fair amount of model agreement about that fact. Then it makes this rather unusual turn to the left, and the models generally are beginning to hone in on a northeast landfall. Now, exactly where will make a big difference. If, for example, the storm were to move in on the far right-hand side of the cone, while we would see a lot of wind in many parts of the northeast, the very worst of the weather would come into Maine, whereas if it were to come in, for example, near the Delaware Bay, then you'd have a tremendous area that would be impacted by high wind. A lot of the trees still have their leaves, so we'd see huge power outages, maybe tens of millions of people without power. And then you'd also see a tremendous water level rise, a big push of water to the coast, very high wave action, major beach erosion. This would be one of the greatest storms in American history were this to occur exactly the way that some of the models are suggesting that it could. And right now we're just waiting to see exactly what's going to happen as we see more of these models come in.